Hello, everybody. Chuck Holton here. Sorry about that. The last live that I did died because Newsmax called me and bumped me off the live. And whenever that happens, I have to restart the whole thing. So I'm just down the street from the White House and St. John's Church. That Episcopal church is where the president or elect traditionally goes to pray before the inauguration. So Donald Trump and his family just showed up down there. I'll turn the camera around and I will show you. They are down there. St. John's Episcopal Church. I'm here at my hotel waiting for my cameraman to come back downstairs. He is from Panama and has never been so cold in his whole life. He was over there, he could hardly hold the camera, he was shivering so bad. So I sent him back upstairs to get some more warm clothes on. He's probably wearing everything up to and including my wife's flannel nightgown once he comes back down here to get warm. So as soon as he decides to come to work, we will go back down to where the president-elect is now having a prayer service, a short prayer service. He stayed at, I guess, Blair House last night. We watched the motorcade drive him over to the church there, and then we watched his family show up. At the church. Come on, Mark, let's go. So I was starting to say when we got cut off that I will be reporting from Washington, D.C. throughout the day today, and we'll be just showing you what's going on. It is about 20 degrees out here right now, so very extremely cold, and that is having quite an effect on everything, really. The protesters are nowhere to be seen at the moment. If there are any, they're probably down by the Capital One Center. We're going to walk that direction and see what we can see. That's where most of the people are, because the actual inauguration itself will be held in the Capitol Rotunda, but the only place where normal people can watch it is going to be from the Capital One Center. If you were smart, since that's the case, rather than go down there and stand in line for hours and fight the crowds, etc., you should probably just stay in your hotel room and watch it. Let's see. Marky is not downstairs yet. I don't know what's his problem. So that's what I would do if I was just watching the inauguration. You can watch it at home and see as much as you're going to see from the Capital One Center, and you don't have to be around 20,000 people. I'm sure there are people who enjoy big crowds like that. I'm not one of them. The older I get, the less I like big crowds of people, probably because whenever I am in a big crowd of people, it's normally a riot or something like that. And so, yeah, Panamanians are always late. That is for sure. Absolutely. Panamanian time is a thing, for sure. Yeah, so when I was here 8 years ago today, during the first inauguration of Donald Trump, I was completely surrounded by thousands of protesters, Antifa, Black Bloc, Black Lives Matter, et cetera, et cetera. And it was a very different day, for sure. Here comes a police van. So today I haven't seen any protesters. Well, there's one. I've seen one protester so far, and he's the guy who basically lives out in front of the White House. There are these people that, they come out there. There's one guy, I think he's been there for like 30 years, and they camp out in front of the White House. And, I saw a question go by. Hang on. What was the sniffers on the roadside for? Yeah, I'm going to go down and show those to you in a minute. They have sniffers on all the street corners here. About time, Snapperhead. Let's go. Okay. So everybody say hi to Marky.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah. Did you get some warm gloves?
Yeah, I put
okay.
on all the clothes.
All right. Good. Well, let's go. Give me my glove back. Did you bring mine back?
Yeah.
Oh, you dork. No, that's not it. That's not it either. Where's the one I gave you? Is this it?
I don't think so. I don't know what happened to your glove. Hold on.
Oh, good grief.
This is better than nothing, though.
No, it's all right. I'll just keep a hand in my pocket. Mark is very good at losing things. He'd lose his head if it wasn't screwed on. So they have these sniffers on the side of the road. I'll show you one up here in a minute. That are, I believe, sniffing for explosives. Maybe radioactivity or something, but I think it's explosives. And you regularly see these at presidential events. So this hotel we're staying at is only 2 blocks from the White House. That's why I wanted to stay there, because easy walk. It's impossible to take a taxi anywhere in town today for obvious reasons. They got all these roads closed off. I've noticed over the years, when I started this job, you could go and pretty much walk right up to the White House. I mean, they had a fence, but it was, maybe the width of this street of the White House, right? And so now, over time, they've continued to add more fencing and block off more roads, to the point now that you're about a quarter mile away from the White House is the closest you can get. And that's just because of the death of civility. So, we talked about that in my book. Come up here. There you go. There you go. We talked about that in my book. And this is one of the consequences of the death of civility in America. Is that, there was a time when you could go out right up and knock on the door of the White House and ask to talk to the president, and he'd probably come out and talk to you. I mean, not in our lifetimes, but if you read about back during the, time of the Civil War, you could go pay our politicians a visit. It's pretty hard to do that now for obvious reasons. And part of that has to do with this loss of civility that we've been experiencing gradually over the course of the last 100 years, but very specifically over the last 10 or 15. Has a lot to do with social media and stuff. Okay, so we're right across from the White House here. This is, I think, Lafayette Square. You can see they've got these fences put up so that you can't get in. They got more than 30 miles of fences. And the only way to get in this fence is if you are guest at the Haight, the Haight Ashbury Hotel. which is right there across from the White House. That one's about $2,500 a night. So just turn the camera and you don't, there you go. So we're actually inside one ring of these fences. Man, when that wind blows, it is cold. Very cold. But we're going to have to go out and around and come back in. This is Connecticut Avenue, where it ends right at the White House. We're going to go out the fence here.
What's up, Jeff? How you doing?
Excuse me. Just want to point out, notice how they make this fencing. Look here. You see this?
Yeah.
It's like it's an upside down T, right? And the reason they do that is so that if you tried to run it over with your car, if you try to knock it over with your car, it's going to flip up and it's going to lift your car up in the air, right? So it's a vehicular barrier as well as personnel barrier. It's a no climb fence. It makes it very difficult to get over. You could probably climb it. But you see here they've got these Jersey barriers set up here so that cars can't get in as well. Now, we're going to go down this way. Can't go that way. Go around this way?
Cross the street over here. You need to go up that way.
Okay, how do we get in that direction?
By going the long way around.
Like one more block over?
I need you to go that way.
All right. They keep changing it, but that's because Trump is right there. So they keep closing the roads based on where he's going to have to go next. Won't let people just wander around freely in here. His entourage is, all those Suburbans and everything you see right there, all those vehicles, that's all part of the entourage. But it's kind of a pain if you're trying to get around town because, well, there goes. Look, Mark, warmth. I could get you some warm stuff. So last night, coming home from the inaugural ball that we attended, we oh, look at all the motorcycles lined up. Can you zoom in on that? Here, I'll get it. See all the motorcycles lined up down there? That's why they wouldn't let us go down there, because they're getting ready to move Trump right there. He'll come out. He'll come out right there. So we'll go around this way. What's that? Oh, okay, zoom it back out. So anyway, coming home from the inaugural ball, there you go, last night, about 10 o'clock, they had all the roads closed off, and so we were going to have to walk from, I don't know, whatever that Andrew Mellon, I don't know, I forget the name of the auditorium over by the Smithsonian, all the way back to our hotel, which is about 1.5 miles. And we were not in a lot of warm clothing. Didn't have a hat, that was cold. And so we walked about a block and we saw this guy on a bicycle, like a rickshaw taxi. And I said, "Hey, could you take us to our hotel?" And he said, "Where is it?" And then we told him, and he said, "Yeah, I can get you there for $100. And I was like, 100? Okay. It was like, we didn't have much choice. we didn't have anything. You know, it was like either that or we're gonna freeze walking back. So, yeah, I paid $100 for a 1.5 mile ride on a bicycle rickshaw last night, and I thought, you know what? This guy's out here hustling, freezing to death, and he's giving people options that you just wouldn't have otherwise. So you know what? He deserves it. I'll pay him $100. I'm not going to be super happy about it, but I can't fault the guy for, you know, he's an entrepreneur. He's out there trying to make some money, and I hope he made a lot.
Free Gaza?
Yeah, look at this. Free Gaza. I don't need any Gaza, but I wouldn't pay for it anyway. Now, right back, next one up is Black Lives Matter Square, they call it, which is what was named Black Lives Matter Square during the Obama administration, during the whole Black Lives Matter thing. No, I'm sorry, it was during the Trump administration by Muriel Bowser, I think the mayor of DC. She did that to spite Donald Trump during his administration. Named the square in front of the White House Black Lives Matter Square. And they still call it that today. And that's where St. John's Episcopal Church is. And it's pretty insane, ironic, that they named it Black Lives Matter Square because during the Black Lives Matter protests, they burned that church like multiple times. They put graffiti all over it. This is a 200-year-old historic national landmark, and they did everything they could to destroy it. And what's even more disgusting is the bishop that ran the church actually hung flags out there praising Black Lives Matter and the gay agenda and everything like that, trying to placate the protesters. And this is it right here. This is Black Lives Matter Square. So we're looking at it. We're going to walk down here now. There's some very swanky hotels here, St. Regis. And then the one down there, that's that Haight Ashbury or whatever hotel I was telling you about. It's like $2,500 a night, but you can get a room overlooking the White House. And we should have done that because we could have just stayed inside and reported from up there. That would have been nice. But anyway, you can see the church. If you zoom in, you can see the church right there. That's where President Trump is now. They're just finishing up the prayer service. Here, I got it. Right there. And this actually, the orange paint here in giant letters says Black Lives Matter. And that's the White House. Right through there, that building right there, that white building, that's the White House. And there's a whole bunch of people standing up on a dais up there. Looks like the motorcade is coming out now. Here, let's go down here quick. Here. Go. Go. There goes President Trump. There he goes. Looks like he was waving. Okay, so he's now left St. John's Episcopal Church. Come here. So far, the only protesters that we've seen are this guy. Wait, no, here's one. Hands off Canada, Greenland, and the Panama Canal. Let's go talk to him. This guy's out here he's been here for 30 years or whatever. No, he says that hey, we're from Panama.
Really?
Yeah. What made you decide to stand out here and hold the sign?
Well, I heard that Trump is about to retake the Panama Canal if he can.
Uh-huh.
And
You don't think he should?
I don't think he should.
Why?
Because he...
Oh, here, let me give you a microphone for that. Okay, we're on YouTube if you don't mind. Go ahead.
An overwhelming majority of Panamanians don't like being under foreign control, so especially when it comes to their canal.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I just came from there yesterday, and what's funny is that most of the Panamanians kind of just roll their eyes when you say, like, how do you feel about this? And the Panamanians are like, oh, geez, he's not going to take the canal. But yeah, they're certainly not happy about it either. And same with Greenland. You don't think that people in Greenland want to be part of America?
Good God, no.
No. Where are you from?
Washington, D.C. here.
Oh, you're from here.
Yeah, from here.
Okay. Well, did you come down for the last inauguration, 2017? Were you out here?
Yes.
Oh, you were?
Well, actually, I didn't go inside the Capitol, but...
No, I mean the one before that.
You mean in 2017?
2017 when Trump. Yeah.
No, I didn't, because I had to work.
Oh, okay. But you were here for the one January 6th? But not you. But you didn't go inside the Capitol. Yeah, I wasn't here for that one. I was here for the one before that. But, yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Panamanians say thanks. You're the only guy out here standing for Panamanians. That's great. So anyway, that's the only one other than this whack job. And like I say, he's been here for 30 years. There's a lot of media out here. And guy is that a French flag? Yeah, you can see the White House through there. Zoom in on it. Oh, it looks like, who's getting in that truck right there? Look at all the security up on the rooftop. And you remember when they had that attempt on Trump in Pennsylvania, the stupid Secret Service director was saying that, oh, we can't have Secret Service on a pitched roof. Look at those guys up there. They're on a pitched roof. Notice that the flag is flying at half staff. That's for Jimmy Carter, 30 days of mourning for Jimmy Carter's death.
Has Trump left yet?
I don't know. I thought he left. I mean, a whole bunch of vehicles left, but that looks like they're still part of the majority of the Suburbans are still down there in front of the church, which would mean that Trump's still at the church.
Someone said Trump hadn't left yet.
Yeah, maybe not. All these people probably wouldn't still be standing here if he had left. So, yeah, he probably hasn't left yet, but he may be about to. So flip around here for a second. So we're going to be like broadcasting live from DC all day, but not continuously. So you're going to want to be subscribed to the channel and put the notification bell on so that you can be alerted when we are going live, right? But if there's anything happening, we will definitely go live. So we're going to be looking for any protests, any interesting movements, anything interesting happening down here today, we will bring it to you. Be there as soon as we can. Oh, I was going to talk about the McPherson Square over there. I think was it one more block down we would? Yeah, I think it was, wasn't it? Well, let's not go down there yet because Trump might be about to leave. We'll go over to this. Look at this guy. He's got no coat at all. Good grief, man. That guy's fueled by pure hate or something. So I wanted to find that sniffer again. Where was it? It was right over here somewhere. I don't know where it went. I thought it was right here on the street corner, wasn't it? I guess we were on the wrong street corner. Where that sniffer was.
Oh, I think that was.
It might be on the other side. Oh, here comes somebody.
Back.
Get over there where you can see. Get right in here. Secret Service is coming out.
I'm really thinking most of our runs here are just going to be up both in person. Okay. So I think
Yeah, that's three guys right
color.
there. Okay.
I'm wondering about, I hope
If you see any questions go by, ask and let me know. Oh, here they come. Mark. Stick it up, right there. There you go. Here he comes. There he comes. Go higher. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, hold it up there. That's good. So this is President Trump now leaving St. John's Episcopal Church. And there he is. He's waving. He just went by.
Who's in the?
You see all the drone jammers they got on each vehicle? There he goes.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
You saw him?
You see all the journalists here? Look at the Secret Service guy right there. I haven't noticed any female Secret Service agents. I think maybe Trump has banned them from after.
Did you get it, Lily?
Yeah.
You got him?
We did too.
You got him?
You guys got him?
There goes
You guys got him?
Ambulance.
Did you see his face or?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's
Come on, Bree.
Come on, Breeze.
Okay, so, all right, let's go.
Okay.
We'll go over here.
Oh, I know.
So President Trump just left St. John's Episcopal Church. Oh, there's another one. Here's the second one we've seen that had something to do about Panama. Or where are you from?
Northern Virginia.
Northern Virginia. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then what do you think about Trump saying he wants to take Panama? We're from Panama. That's why.
It's just evil.
You think that's
If
evil?
These countries, Canada and Greenland, wanted to be part of America, they would have said something in the last.
I don't disagree with that, for sure. I think that there is an argument to be made for trying to minimize China's influence in Panama, but it doesn't have anything to do with the canal. They're not controlling the canal, and all of the things that he was saying about that were sort of calibrated to.
Yeah, I don't trust China either, but I don't trust Russia. You know,
You don't trust China or Russia?
Russia. I'll tell you why. After Russia took over the Crimea, Trump buddied up with the Russians, got rid of sanctions that John McCain, a conservative, had against the Russians, along with Obama. He made Russia and Assad complacent, so Assad used chemical weapons a second, third time.
Yeah, I was there for that.
You have to pick on Russia too. You pick on China, fine, but you have to pick on Russia.
I don't disagree. I just came back from Ukraine.
Okay.
The interesting thing is the people in Ukraine are actually pretty optimistic about Donald Trump because they think that he will be able to economically crush Russia so that Russia won't be able to keep funding the war.
He's the one who got rid of sanctions against Russia after they took over the Crimea.
He actually was the first one to give weapons to Ukraine, believe it or not.
Well,
before the war started,
everybody gave weapons to the Ukraine.
Well, Obama
even
didn't.
Florida, even Florida. Remember, Florida's National Guard was there for the first month.
Yeah, I was there. I was there for that.
Oh yeah. Man, you know, I'm a Democrat, but I have a lot of respect for the Florida governor for letting them be there.
That's cool.
But
well, so what made you decide you wanted to come out here and brave the cold for this today?
well, I'm against Trump, and I really don't trust him. I think the Ukraine's trying to kiss up to Trump. They feel they have no other choice because he said he was going to reduce funding, reduce aid to Ukraine. He said he's going to reduce it.
He did, but they, like I said, the people over there feel like he will be able to reduce it because he's going to force Europe to make up the difference and then give a harder time to Russia, so it'll be more difficult for them. They actually think that he'll help them win. That they're optimistic about it. I was surprised to hear that, actually.
Yeah, I think they're just kissing up to Trump.
Like you said, they kind of have to do that, don't they?
They're kissing up to Trump.
All right, well, stay warm.
Yeah, you
take care.
warm.
We'll see you. Interesting to me, you know, you can come out here and talk to Trump supporters all day long, and we'll do that. And you're going to hear pretty much the same things over and over again. What interests me is to talk to the people who are coming out here that are, hey, how are you? Good to see you. You guys watch us on YouTube?
Absolutely.
Great, we're live right now. Say hello.
Hello, Freddie. Minnesota.
We're from Minnesota?
Yes, sir.
Here, I'll get my microphone out. And then right now they can just hear me. So where are you from?
Minnesota.
Whereabouts?
St. Michael.
St. Michael, Minnesota. So this is like warm weather for you.
Yeah,
Right?
20 below at home right now.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Oh man. So why'd you decide to come?
Once in a lifetime. I can't get near enough to see anything.
We just left. You just missed him.
We did.
He waved at everybody. Yeah, they all went crazy.
Witnessing history.
You are.
Yeah.
It's the
You
front
bet.
row seat. Front row seat. You gonna go to the Capital One Center?
Yes, sir.
We won't.
Well,
we can't
I don't
get
think
in.
you can
Oh, you can't get in? If you got a hotel, you're probably just as well watching it from the hotel. It'd be warmer, and you don't have to be with 20,000 people you don't know.
Used to be home in Panama.
That's right. Where I was yesterday. It's a whole lot warmer than this. Poor Marky, he's from Panama, and he's half dead over here. Yeah. Oh, hey, good meeting you guys. Thank you very much.
We enjoy watching you. It's
All right.
everyday
I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. So there's some viewers. That's cool. There's some others that just went by and waved too. There's a lot of there's going to be a lot of people here, I'm sure, who have watched the Hot Zone, especially during the war in Israel. On that note, just to update you on what's going on there, if you haven't been watching, they did manage to come up here. They did manage to release three. Oh wait, get this. Martin Luther King Day. There you go. So the ceasefire went into effect. They released 3 female hostages in exchange for dozens and dozens of Palestinian terrorists. The deal is going to take place over like 6 weeks, 42 days. And it's supposed to see the release of 33 hostages, probably at least a third of which will be dead, and they don't know which ones are dead and which ones are alive. Hamas is not telling them that. This is nothing, straight up psychological warfare on the part of Hamas. And they are going to get back almost 2,000 Hamas terrorists out of Israeli jails in exchange for 33 living hostages. Here's the sniffer that I was telling you about. They have these things on street corners all around DC today, and you can hear it running there. It's sniffing for explosives, I believe, and perhaps for some other things like radiological or something like that. I don't know. This United Mine Workers building now holds the Victims of Communism Museum. I've never been in here, never been to this museum, but what's ironic about that is that 8 years ago today, this square, McPherson Square over here, was just full of Antifa, Black Bloc, Black Lives Matter protesters that were all getting ready to rampage through DC, and they did, man. They just committed felony after felony all down the streets, breaking the windows and everything. And they were all carrying these signs and placards that said, give socialism a chance, give communism a chance, that kind of thing. And right across the street from the Victims of Communism Museum is where they decided to meet up. That's ironic to me. Yeah, but none of them there today because I think maybe their zealotry for communism does not extend below 40 degrees or so. All right, now we are going to, let's go down this way. We haven't been this way yet. Has there been any questions, Marky? Oh man, I get recognized all over the place. I got recognized 3 times in the airport in Dubai a while back. I get recognized in the airports quite a lot. What's crazy about this, how many people we got watching? 2,700. Okay, so we got 2,700 people watching right now, but over the course of 24 hours, the next 24 hours, why do you keep coming behind me? You're the cameraman, you're supposed to go in front. Well, suck it up, Buttercup. So over the course of 24 hours, we'll have like 100,000 people watch this. Well, when I was in Israel, it was more like 350,000 and up. And if you go look at the Nielsen ratings, guys like Anderson Cooper are getting that many views on his show in a 24-hour period. And it's pretty amazing that this, platform, YouTube, can deliver that kind of audience for some little guy like me. How's it going? Oh, what unit?
We're based out of Virginia, sir.
I'm sorry?
We're based out of Virginia, sir.
National Guard?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Virginia National Guard here. There's 8,000 troops, they said.
I'm not.
Well, I know, I'm just saying, you guys stay warm.
Yes, sir. Y'all too.
All right.
Thank you.
8,000 National Guard troops out here, and they're blocking the outer perimeter. Why are iPhone chargers not called apple juice? That is a really good idea. That's a really good question. It's a coffee shop. No, I don't. So, any other question?
Lots of people saying we're praying for you.
Thank you. I appreciate those prayers. It really seems like it's going to be a very subdued day today, not going to be near as crazy as it was 8 years ago. And that is just fine with me. I had been saying, if you remember, before the end of the year, that the inauguration this year was going to be lit. There was going to be a lot of protests and even riots just based on the history of the last one that I went to. Look at this. Free Gaza, and then somebody wrote from Hamas down there. On that note, after the ceasefire went into effect yesterday, and they did get those 3 Israeli hostages out, female hostages. It's really sickening because when you watch the videos, what they did when the Red Cross went in there to get those hostages, they just flooded the area with Hamas fighters in uniform, with their masks, with their Hamas headbands and flags and everything, and weapons. And they just basically went like, around the women as they were getting out of the vehicles or getting in the Red Cross vehicles, just to scare them as much as they could, just to be as menacing as possible up to the last second before those women could get out of there. These are guys that have been hiding in tunnels and holes in the ground for the last 15 months or something. And now they all come out and act like, yeah, we won, we won. Yeah, just because you didn't die, I guess, if that's your version of winning. But to me, that looks like a target-rich environment. And what that shows is that Israel still has a lot of work to do if they really want to wipe out Hamas in Gaza. And they apparently did not destroy enough tunnels. So they're going to have to go back and do that. And this is why guys like Ben Shapiro are saying that he doubts that this ceasefire agreement will make it past phase one, the initial 42 days. Once they get as many live hostages out as they can this time, they will likely go back to fighting and try to continue degrading Hamas. There have been a report that came from American intel agencies saying that they believe Hamas has been able to recruit enough new fighters from people in Gaza to replenish their losses. Now you have to put that in the context of you can't get food in Gaza unless you are aligned with Hamas. If you try to take aid for your family without getting it from Hamas, they will take you and shoot you in the back of the knees. And so it's pretty easy to recruit when you're, that's the way things work there. But you can, without a doubt, say those people are now vocally supporting Hamas. Hamas has not been degraded to the point where they have no further governance ability over Gaza. And so Israel has not yet come close to accomplishing their goal of wiping out Hamas in Gaza. There's no way they're going to kill all of the Hamas fighters. There's just not. You can't kill your way out of that problem. There's too many of them. You'd have to carpet bomb Gaza, and then they're not going to do that. But to even get them to the point where they are not going to have a significant impact on the governance of Gaza is still a lot of fighting away. They've got a lot of fighting left to do for that. So they're going to be releasing these hostages like 3 at a time, 1 week apart, basically, just drips and drabs here every few days. And again, they won't say how many of those are actually dead. So let's go down here and see what's going on. Sounds like another motorcade. Yep, another motorcade there. Can you zoom in on that? Well, that's probably a senator or somebody. That's not the president. You can always tell the armored vehicles because they sit so low like that.
Really?
Oh yeah, you see how heavy? It's so heavy it sits like this.
What, the glass is bulletproof?
Everything's bulletproof. That thing is bomb-proof. Yeah, that's not just bulletproof glass to make it do that. That is. I've ridden in a lot of those up-armored Suburbans like that, but usually it's just armored against gunfire. But those ones are armored against like RPGs and IEDs and everything, and so that's why they're so heavy. Even with upgraded suspension and everything, they're still like that. So like this one is not armored. No, let's see if we can find one that's armored here so I can show you the difference. Like, see this one, you can look and he's got the window open a little bit. It's just a normal thickness window. But the ones that are armored, the windows are about that thick on them, and they don't roll down. Yeah, which is a problem sometimes, because if you have to communicate with somebody, you have to literally open the door. Somebody outside the vehicle, you have to open the door to talk to them, and the door weighs like 150 pounds. You know, it's super heavy. These are for like congressmen and senators and stuff. These are not armored. Yeah.
How expensive are armored vehicles like that?
So a vehicle like this one, which is that's a Cadillac Escalade, that's 130,000 probably, just like it is. To armor it is going to add another 150,000 to it, depending on the level of armor that they put on it. So like this one, it's not armored, but they're not cheap. They're not cheap. And look how many there are. I mean, there are just dozens and dozens of them all throughout town. So now we need to go down to the Capital One Center, which is actually back this way. So we'll tell you what, let's go down there. And how long have we been online?
About 46 minutes.
Okay, so question, is there a stabilizer on that camera, Chuck? No, it's just an iPhone. And here's what's weird about iPhones. Well, and my stabilizer is Markey, but Markey's not a very good stabilizer. What's weird about that is that if you're using the camera on the iPhone 16, it has an amazing stabilizer on it. Incredible. I mean, very, very, very good. But when you're doing YouTube Live, the stabilizer doesn't work. I don't know why. So that's why you have to get a competent cameraman who can hold the camera steady, or you have to get yourself like a Ronin or some sort of handheld stabilizer, which they have actually outlawed. Actually, that handle you've got on there is against the rules out here today. I'm surprised nobody has bothered us about it, because it's a selfie stick. And selfie sticks are one of the things that are on the list that you cannot bring out here today. So anyway, we're going to head down to the Capital One Center. It's about, I don't know, half a mile, something like that. There's a bunch of free Palestine whack jobs. It's really hard to be nice sometimes, but so far we're doing pretty good. This is the Alhambra. Nice hotel. Yeah, so we'll try to get Markey to keep it as stable as possible. We'll see how he does here. The event, the actual inauguration, starts at noon today. And what time is it? It's about 10 a.m. So how about we're going to stop this live now, and make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, everybody, because you hit that notification bell. It'll notify you when we go live again. If something happens, if we find something interesting, we're just going to go live right away, and there may be no notice other than your notification bell. So you want to keep that on, make sure that is hit so you can get notified when we go live again. Probably will also be doing lives on CBN here shortly, and so you'll also want to check CBN News. Plus Newsmax has been asking for me as well. So I'm going to be busy today. We'll be on somewhere. So thank you for watching. Like I said, we'll be on shortly. Go to chuckholton.com and you can subscribe over there and get copies of my books and everything else as well. All right, we'll see you. Thanks, guys.